Hello, this is Onyx Tarot, and today I'm going to be doing a message for Gemini. So thank you guys so much for hitting the like button. I do appreciate it. What is going on for Geminis with this full moon in Gemini? Let's see. All right. So Gemini, you guys have Night Owl, number 30. All right, so night owl. So wisdom, study, intelligence. The night owl is the bird of knowledge, wisdom, and experiential learning. He indicates that deep lessons are more powerful when they come through the darkest nights of the soul. He comes to offer you some company through the shadowy hours of life. He is here to remind you that your emotional intelligence is your greatest ally in times of stress, hardship, grief, and loss. So take the time that you need to work on your self-awareness and resilience. Dark nights of the soul have a purpose, and that is to lead us back into the dawning of a new light with a new understanding. When life gets hard, seek out the lessons that you're being offered. What can you learn from this experience? Where is the silver lining? Night Owl is here to reassure you that you have the wisdom you need to work your way through any trauma. He represents a period of intense study, be this an academic course or a form of self-study. His silent flight path will guide you to the answers you seek, so do not be afraid to follow where your inner wisdom leads. You do not go through this alone, for the night owl has your back. Heed his wisdom. Okay. So, Gemini, this full moon today is more so for you guys to kind of understand why things are happening. Okay, like there must be something going on in your energy here where you may kind of feel like you're staying up later, or you're in this like you're like over processing certain things, or you're like, what is life, what is the future, why did I go through this? I feel like this is happening so that you guys can like finish the kind of like this segment of healing, so that you guys can basically like understand what it was meant to teach you, right? So being very like careful about that, right? Of how I say that or how this message comes across, right? I'm reading the message. Like, it's not blaming you for things that you went through or your experiences. It's not saying this is what you're meant to learn, no, it's saying like you throughout something that you went through, okay? You may not realize this, but if you resonate with this, you had a higher power, you had someone in your corner, a spirit guide, God, intuition. You had someone there with you this entire time. And, it's very interesting to look back at things that you went through and, even for myself, right? And you can kind of sit and think like, wait, I was able to get through this because I used my intuition because of blank. Or something told me to call this particular person, and I did, and I got advice about this, which helped me get through that. Okay, so this is going to be a time not to think about the things that people did to you, not to think about, oh my God, my life will be here and there if this didn't happen or that didn't happen. No. That's in the past, okay? For example, if it's not in the past, then this message is not for you. I'm talking about people who are like, if you resonate with this, you're like, okay, I don't want to re-traumatize myself tied to my experiences that I went through at this time or at last year or a year ago or 10 years. Like, I'm not comparing. These messages today, guys, have been very interesting because, like, they really have been. I try really hard to be a balanced reader, and I feel like I am a balanced reader. Like, I get these comments all the time. I share the good and the bad. I'm not too far this way or too far that way. I try to really like and that's how I am in real life, to be completely honest. these messages today have been, I don't want to say blamey. They may feel blamey. When I'm reading them off, it feels like blamey, but I swear to you, these are the things that we need to shift so that you're prepared for January. Okay, so keep that in mind. There's something you're wanting to do. There's a mental space that you're wanting to be in. There's something you're wanting to accomplish. The more and the faster that you understand that you are actually not alone, you're not by yourself, even if you have no friends, even if you have no allies, even if you have no this or that, you have someone, a higher power, an energy, a spirit guide, God, the universe, however this may resonate, that actually has been in your corner by coincidentally, this worked out. Maybe this didn't work out, but this worked out. There's someone in your corner, and that is the area where you guys are needing to hone in on, because I feel like it's going to give you peace so that you understand that there is a bigger picture. You're not meant to sit and expound on how this job screwed you over, how this ex screwed you over, how this, you wish you had more of this or more finances or more, like that's like, again, if you're wanting to propel forward, in your financial struggle or in your relationship struggle or in whatever struggle you were in, what thing did work out for you? What did that look like? Okay. So that could be something like that is very, very helpful to kind of hone in on, like what is actually protected more than anything at this time, versus you going into the rest of this month always thinking, oh God, this may not be safe, or this may be taken, or this may be, like, no. What has been protected this whole time, even when things didn't seemingly kind of go your way? Okay. Let's clarify this with the tarot. Thank you guys for hitting the like button. Clarifying Night Owl. You guys have the 7 of Cups. Hierophant, I love it. 6 of Cups. Strength, I love it. All right. All right, so Gemini, to close it out for you guys, 7 of Cups. Your wisdom and your wisdom and your experiences are leading you to whatever path you want to be in. Do you want to help other people that went through the things that you went through? Do you want to go about certain things in this way or that way? Do you want to go down this path or that path? Like, you have all the options and choices that you possibly can think of as far as what you want to do, what you want to learn, what you want to invest in, that kind of thing. The Hierophant is here. So like I said, you have a higher power. You have somebody that is literally around you all the time, and they're literally protecting the thing that you worry about the most with the Hierophant. And everything that's happening, they're like, okay, now listen, this is what I need you to focus on so that you can propel yourself forward. What do you want to do next? So this time where you may, again, start to feel like you're isolating, you may start to feel like, oh my gosh, I haven't hung out with my friends, or I haven't went out, or I haven't done this, or I haven't traveled. This period of time, it won't last forever. I feel like this time next month in January is when things like you start to get out there more and you start to do this and do that. However, right now, you're really meant to hone in on what you're wanting to do next. That's like really the most important thing here. The 6 of Cups is here. So again, I feel like a lot of you may be spending a lot of time at home or with family. I feel like your family matters. That could be the thing that you're really focused on right now. But the time that you spend with your family and your loved ones, or people, people you really care about, something about fresh flowers could be very important. Here, if you resonate with that, maybe you're like, oh, I want to buy some flowers for my space. That kind of thing could energetically help a lot. But overall, your advice here is a Strength card. So pulling yourself out of thinking in the past, okay? And I'm not saying this or that, like, oh, this is the past, get over it. No, I'm saying like, what has been protected? What has gone in your favor? in these situations. And whatever has gone in your favor, utilize that to determine what your next steps are. Okay? So I do hope this was helpful. Thank you guys so much for being here, and thank you for watching.